Hi guys, welcome back to Tara Makes Up. Today I thought I would do a look inspired by the Olsen twins. I think red carpet wise, outfit wise, makeup wise, they always get it right. So I was on a shoot today with my friend Holly Rose Clark. I will put her Instagram in the description box below, who very kindly did my hair for me. Thank you so much, Holly. And we did an exchange. I did her Harry Flicks and she did me this kind of milkmaid braid, which has been rained on since this morning and fallen out a little bit. But I actually thought for the makeup look I'm going to do, I think that will work really well. So to start with, I'm going to use a little bit of Loreal True Match Perfection. It is called True Match, but sadly there isn't a True Match for me, but I love the foundation, so I mix between N1 and N2. I do one pump of each foundation. I can take the Bold Metals brush and I'm just going to mix those two together on the brush. And I've just moisturised my skin to start with, but I'm just going to start taking that over my skin from the middle and then smoothing out to nothing. And to start with, I'm going to use a bit of the Soap and Glory. This is their Archery Hot Chocolate. This is their brow pen that's very similar to Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I'm just going to add a couple of extra strokes and kind of thicken out my brows a little bit. And I'm going to give them a bit more thickness. I do think the Olsen twins have good brows. Then I'm going to take a bit of the Maybelline Brow Drama, and this is a medium brown. When I use this, I like to just wipe a little bit of the excess off on a tissue first. I find there's a little bit too much product on start, and then I'm just going to run that through my brows. So there's a bit of kind of natural texture back into the brow. And I'm going to make some messy dots on top of my eyelids, so almost using this like an eye primer, I'm just doing really, really messy dots. I think I can see a little bit of glitter that's snuck in there from somewhere. And then I'm going to take that underneath as well and do the same thing, so it has a little bit of kind of messy grunge feel. Just pulling it out on the corners ever so slightly. And then I'm going to take the Rimmel Scandalise, this is their Cold Kajal Waterproof in Black also. I'm going to take that on the inside waterline as well. And I'm using quite a lot of this kohl, I'm using it quite heavy. And I'm just going to start to kind of smudge that in a little bit. But again, I don't want to lose the kind of dotted effect we made, because I think it almost is going to act like a bit of an eye primer as well, and I want to keep that nice smudgy effect. I'm kind of making sure it pulls out a little bit as well, so I don't end up with kind of my eyes getting smaller. So I'm taking what's left on the brush a little bit into the crease. So next I'm going to take the L'Oreal palette Nude, and I'd seen the rose one of this, but it wasn't until the other day I went into my local Superdrug, and let's get rid of the rubbish brush. It wasn't until I went in recently I noticed they've got a beige tone one, which has some really nice matte browns, a couple of kind of sparkly browns, and a few kind of reddy browns, which is what I think of when I think of kind of Olsen twin makeup. So I'm going to start with some of the matte browns first. So the only cheat in this video really is my tools. I'm going to use a MAC 217. So I'm taking the kind of medium brown, and I'm just going to start washing that over the lid. So again, where I just pulled out the eye with the dots I made, just making sure I kind of go over those dots a little bit and just blending it out. And then I'm going to take a bit off on the back of my hand and again just buff over those edges. And just apply a little bit of that under the eye as well, kind of smudging into the black that we put on earlier. So I'm just using that brush as well on the bottom, just to kind of pull it out a little bit more. I'm going to take this shade here, which has a little bit more kind of shimmer brown in it, but it's still got that nice kind of cool grungy tone. And I'm going to go back in with the MAC 217 again. And I'm going to pop that in the middle of the eye. So it's going to start to warm it up a little bit more, but it also just gives a little bit more interest to the eye. And again, just blending so that everything stays really, really soft on the eyes. And then going back to Rimmel Scandalise pencil, you're now going to just drag that kohl down a little bit more. Now you've got the intensity you want. Going back to my small mirror, you can take that pencil and just do those dots again on the outside corner, so you've got enough room to kind of smudge it down a little bit, and then do the same on the top lash line as well. So what's great about this kind of makeup is it's not about kind of perfect lines or liner or flicking, you know, liner outwards. It's really, really foolproof. I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown eye blender and I'm just going to start to blend that black into the nice smoky brown that we've created. And I'm going to take one of my favourite mascaras at the minute, which is the 17. This is their Falsifeye HD mascara, which I really, really like. Has kind of like a plastic wand comb applicator, but it's very, very good. Start with my top lashes. I'm going to really lacquer these up, and you get a lot of definition as well actually with this mascara. Definitely say it separates. And I'm just wiggling it through the roots and kind of repeating the coats, but you can see it just really gives like a defined lash. Really work that into the bottom lash line. So just to give the look a little bit more interest, I'm going to take some Ardell knot-free lashes. Again, you can get these in Superdrug boots all around the world. I'm going to take the medium ones, and I'm just going to make a sort of fanned out effect by, rather than doing sort of just the corners now, I'm actually going to try and do a few more in the middle and then kind of spare them out so that I get more of a sort of doll eye effect. So I think the Olsen twins both have really beautiful big round eyes. So we're going to cheat that a little bit with these lashes. And I'm just kind of looking for where I want the length. And just popping them down, so you'll start to see it more once I've got mascara on. So you can see that's one eye, so hopefully you can see it kind of goes short to long to short, which again, like I said, just gives that really nice doll eye effect. So I'm going to do the same to the other side and then come back to you. So I know it's quite a hard thing to show you guys kind of with eyelashes and application, and what I have decided to do, coming up soon, I'm going to do a makeup basics video where I will be doing kind of little tricks and tips and kind of covering the basics, like putting eyelashes on, individuals and strips, a quick liner, how to perfect your lip, and kind of choosing the right foundation shade and stuff. So that will be coming very soon, guys. So back on my mascara, and now I'm just going to run through those lashes to blend them in my real ones, and I love the effect that's given. Really does give kind of that lashiness just in the middle of the eye. So for concealer, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade 10, and I'm going to take that on their little applicator, and I'm going to take that under my eyes first just to kind of counteract any darkness. I find there's quite a lot of yellow in this concealer, so it's good for kind of any grey in the eyes, but hopefully you can see now as well with those amazing eyelashes how well they fit in. And this is quite a good concealer, I think, as well, kind of around the nose, because it's not too light. So I'm just taking a little bit of that around my nose area. I can use a little bit of that as well on my chin, actually, just to cover around there. And then I'm going to take a bit of L'Oreal Concealer Match Perfection in number 2, which is slightly lighter, and I'm just going to use that just to brighten a little bit on the lower parts of my eyes. So this just adds a little bit of extra brightness. And I'm just making sure you kind of like scoop this area up as well, just to pull that out a little bit more. For lips, I'm going to keep lips very simple, and I'm going to take the Kate Moss lipstick in 03, which is the Lasting Finish lipstick by Rimmel, which is this kind of quite muted nude. And I'm just going to pat that on. I don't want it kind of too nuded out, but I do like that lipstick. It has like a nice kind of consistency for a good nude lipstick. So I'm taking a Art Shop brush. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of powder with the Bourjois Healthy Mix powder, more kind of down the centre of my face. And then just make sure you go in with your eye blender brush and just kind of buff out those nice deep smoky areas that you've made. For blush, I'm going to use one of the Max Factor blushes. I'm absolutely obsessed with these blushes. I think they're amazing. These are the Cream Puff blush, and I'm going to use Lavish Mauve, which I think I used in my Valentine's Day video actually, and I really like it. So I'm going to take a sheer powder brush by Bobbi Brown, but I find this blusher kind of works with every makeup. It's actually quite neutral. So I'm just taking that kind of around the cheeks. Again, I don't really want to do too much contouring or anything like that. I want to keep it quite soft. And then I'm just going to finish with a highlighter, which is the Bourjois highlighter that comes with the Solidity bronzer. But I actually dropped mine today, so it is currently smashed. So I'm not going to try and pick it up and show you because it will go everywhere. So I'm going to take a fan brush and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that just on top of my cheekbones, because I think they do love a bit of glow, the Olsen twins. A little bit down my nose, and I think that just again kind of brings it all together a little bit and has that kind of more modern feel about the makeup. So that's the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that makeup look. I think if you had more kind of green eyes, what would be really, really nice as well, or even any other colour eyes, take kind of like a cranberry shade or more like Antiqued by MAC is a lovely colour. And you could just take that through the sockets if you wanted to get that bit more of a kind of ready feel that the Olsen twins usually do. But for me, I really like these tones. I think they're so wearable. I can feel dressed up really quickly. It's nice for evening or kind of a special occasion. I think the top kind of middle lashes being the medium length just gives that bit more kind of doll eye feel, which the Olsen sisters definitely have. So it's a really nice makeup. I think I did manage to use all drugstore products. I'm pretty sure I did, excluding my brushes and tools. I'll pop all the links as always in the description bar, and makeup related questions, get me on Twitter at HarryMakesUp. That's the best place to find me. And I look forward to seeing you for more videos, guys. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.